I don't know how long this live is going to be today. We'll see how far I get to doing things. It has been, uh, it's been a night. It has been a night. Oops. Here we go. So this is what I was working on. This is the second one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish putting it together. I'm going to finish putting together this last one here. And then I do need to stick them on the long arm, but I can't do that today because I've got my kiddos. They're both home. So good morning, Melanie. And I don't want to wake up the whole house with my long arm. So we're going to do this. I am exhausted. I was even wondering if I was going to get out of bed. I actually just got out of bed about 10 minutes ago, and I said, I'm not going to do a live. And then I got up here, and then I got looking at, it's like, yeah, I'll just finish these off and do a little maybe baby live. Good morning. I'm so happy with it. I really am. I am very thrilled with it. But when I left here yesterday, I started getting a migraine, and I don't get those, but it's the kind that you get when it is, hold on, I just need to put some oil in. When it's like allergies, and I don't get them often, but it starts building up like there's a vice in my head. And by the time I came home yesterday from school, it felt like there was a vice and it was just doing this and it was intense. And I took allergy medicine and everything, and it's just not going away. My eyes hurt. Everyone around me, oh, good morning, Annette. Hopefully you're doing okay. We were wondering about that yesterday, how your arm situation was going on. And so I actually went to bed at 6, can't even tell you, 6:15, 6:30, and then I woke up about 1 o'clock this morning, and I have been up, on and off, up and sleeping for like the last, 1 till 5:30. Finally got up at 5:30. It's all allergy based. And then my one son just woke up right now, and I just gave him allergy meds. The allergies are so bad. I don't know what happened yesterday, but we are all very miserable. Just completely feeling it. So Rowena, yes, we hope Rowena's doing well. Have you been ill? Have you not been feeling well either, Rowena? Leaving shortly. I see the doctor today and another one tomorrow. Well, that's good, because we were wondering yesterday. Yeah, it's just, I was debating on staying in bed, just laying there, but then I got tired of laying there. Honestly, I just got tired of laying there. So it's going to be a chill morning. I don't know if I can multitask the way I normally do, because I'm on slow motion today. Hello, Rhonda. Good morning. So far we have this part. I did actually film, listen to me film like back in the day of filming. Oh, I have to I'll turn on that one. I did make a video, a tutorial for this. I did do that yesterday. Hi, let's see. I'm seeing if I can get this thing to work again, where it would be following me. Sometimes it wants to, and sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Hello, camera. Nope, it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to follow me. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. Now it wants to follow me. Now it's going a little crazy. All right, so hello. Yes, I'm right here. The camera. This is our Wild Reflections. We're going to finish that off. I am going to press this. Here we are. Okay, so remember I said I made the strip longer than that because I am going to trim that off. So I'm going to trim this off. I'm going to go and make sure that my seam right here, that this line is on my seam, and this is butt up against the side here. So I know that this is going to be square. And we have that. So we have this here. Good morning, Rita. Let's see. I might have to, my camera is having a little bit of a freak out right now. So now we're going to put, oh, that's right. I have to put this piece up. And then let's do the other piece. So the other piece, I'm going to want to do this way. Because the piggy started it. And then we're going to talk about this torture device. All right, put this on. This should be quick. We could get this little baby quilt all done, and then I'll have both of them done. And then we're going to work on kiddo quilts, more kiddo quilts. I have quite a bit of babies that are going to be born here, or I need quilts by the end of the school year. So I am wanting to work on some girl quilts. Oh, no, girl quilts I have. It's not girl quilts. I have plenty of those. We're not working on girl quilts. Actually, yeah. I forgot I have 2 quilts, and I'll show you. And they'll be perfect for this set of twins because they're actually 2 almost the same, but not really. Because I need to start thinning out my stash that I have. And then I have 2 that I need to make that are like wilderness quilts. So I have 3 girl quilts and 2 wilderness quilts. I do not think I want a camera that moves by itself. Only kiddo quilts I make are ones for kiddos that are 4 long. Aw, yeah. Well, this was bought for me so that I could move around, but sometimes it does a little freak out thing. Good morning, Dawn. So I'm going to iron this. I think it's tired anyway. All right, so I am, oh, it woke up. Hi, Barb, good morning. This thing is in the way. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here right now because I need space. So again, we are going to cut and trim a little bit. from this right here. Perfect. That looks perfect. So now I have this, and we're going to take these two and put them together. I don't know where to put this camera now that it's moving on its own. All right. So we're going to put these two pieces together, and we should have the quilt, and then we'll just put the sides on it. Oops, I went off the rails. I gotta go back. So what do you all think of, I don't know if you all have any featherweights, but I saw that there is a specific walking foot you can buy for, hello Maria, from Featherweight Shop for your featherweight. So I was like thinking about ordering that. I've never thought about using my featherweight for anything else other than piecing. Let's see, sewing machine. Yep, it is a sewing machine. All right, so now we're going to take these two here, and we're going to make the border. Do it this way. All right, so we're going to take this border and we're going to put this around, and I'm not going to even worry about ironing it. I can't see anything what this is saying. It didn't say anything. It just said the singing of a sewing machine. He's being respectful right now, right? Welcome, as long as we stay that way. All right, so we're going to come in here and put the borders in. Let's see if I've got to move this over. Let's see, while I do these borders, I think I can do some quick trivia. Ready? What's the oh, we did this. What's the famous dam? Didn't we? Okay, we didn't do all of them. Okay, whose first name is Emmett in the Back to the Future movies? dark brown. Good morning, Teresa. Now, I never asked you, do you say your name Teresa or Teresa? Teresa is Spanish. That's how we say it in back home. Guess I shouldn't assume that everybody's saying their name the way I see it. I was thinking of that the other day. Gotta go now. Not a problem. You take care and you let us know, hopefully, that all is good, or what's the new adventure in your medical adventure coming up? If not, hopefully it's a quick fix. Bye. All right, I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye out. Unless you want to go ahead, Melanie, I can add you in because I took some out who didn't. Good morning. So the answer is, ready, is dark brown. Dark brown. Okay. Ready? Who turned down Lincoln's offer to command the Union Army on April 18th, 1861? Wow, they make these kiddos know their history. I don't. All right, so we have our sides on. We're good. This is ready to go. I just have to press and then trim the ends, but this is the second one, and it is all ready to go. Yeah, okay. This camera, stop. Let me see if I could stop it from going cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs here. All right, let's go with our next whip. My next work in progress right here is the Wild Reflections. So I did a video on this. We've been doing this on a live. So we're going to put this up. And we have this piece. I think the quilt is cute, and if you think about it, it's just that one block that makes it. So you can use any kind of, even if you don't have border print, you can just use a nice piece of fabric that you like. All right, so we have these pieces still. I have pieces here still that need to be made. And we have all these pieces. So I think right now what needs to happen is I need to reacquaint myself of exactly where I am. Okay, so this, let me shut off. I have to press all these right here really quick. And this. and the rest of these. Okay, so we'll figure it out. This is where we're at. All right, so you ever work on a whip project and you're like, where did I leave off? Because that's where I am right now, is trying to figure out where I left off. I have, well, I have this. So this piece, these are all pre-cut, so it's ready for me. That goes here. So we'll leave it here. Hello, Deb. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to put this piece here, and I'm going to say this is one of the places I left off. And we can go ahead and do this here. And this piece of history was a Robert E. Lee. So the next is, what movie monster has radioactive breath? Open, cut this. All right, so now we have, these are clearly tree units, so we'll have to look at that. And these are tree units as well. My guess is I have to trim them to size. That's my next. Okay, so I have these. And we're gonna trim these to size, and I gotta find out the size. That's here, Godzilla. Godzilla is, I think that's the answer. I would say that's the answer. Godzilla, yes. What metal is liquid at room temperature? Mercury, lead, or tin? Here we are. Okay. So this needs to be, put that there. Let me find. She popped in earlier. What's going on with Rowena? I guess I missed that. I missed all that. I must miss a lot. Mercury. Okay, so I have a flying geese. Here it is. Here's my trimmer for flying geese. And let me find the measurement for that. Okay, it's this here. What would I help her with? Just don't have my sojo. Well, you know, do you have a lot of scraps? Just random scraps? It could be as simple as sewing crumbs. Sometimes, you know, we just lose our inspiration, or just our, you know, when we have lots of stuff going on in our lives. And sometimes it's funny because just this morning I was thinking, I have so much work to do, but I'm starting to lose steam. And I was thinking that maybe one morning I'd just sit and pull out a pile of nonsense, right? Nonsense. nonsicle, I'm going to say. I don't know, maybe I'm making up that word. You know, just a pile of fabric, all different sizes, no rhyme, no reason, and just sew and see what I could create without any kind of pattern or any thought. Because to me, sometimes that's freeing. And if you don't like it, you never have to use it again. That's the good news. And it's okay to have a quilty break too, you know. You can give yourself that permission. You can give yourself that permission to just watch other people quilt until you're ready again. Sometimes the sojo could also be like there's just too many things you want to do and you just physically can't do it right now. I mean, I felt like I really lost my sojo in a lot of stuff when I was ill, not feeling well, dealing with a lot of stuff because I was just so depleted. Yeah, it's just, and it's okay. We're allowed to just watch YouTube quilting videos and not quilt. It's okay. Oh, wait, I didn't even do these two. Hello. Did I do these two? I did that side, but I didn't do the other side. Hello. Look at me this morning. Aren't I grand? What was I doing this morning? Clearly didn't finish. I do really find that random sewing with a pile of scraps is very therapeutic. And this way you don't have to necessarily have sojo to follow anything. That's actually how I started. I just started randomly. Bye, Maria. I just started randomly just sewing stuff. All right, here you go. Put my trees together. Yeah, it's not a date with Jack. Jack can sometimes really put a damper on things. And sometimes you lose interest in that project. That's happened to me. And you've got to tell yourself it's okay to put it down and work on something else. It really is okay to tell yourself that. It's okay. And if you don't think it's okay, I'm giving you permission. It's okay. You don't need my permission, but it's okay. Because if we don't love what we're sewing, that is also hampers our sojo. I cannot wait to get this done. I love this quilt. All right, so I have my 2 units of that, and now let's see where we're at. Honestly, I do not know exactly where we're at. Yesterday, I was going to finish putting my quilt together and found out I hadn't done one of the rows. Oh, yeah, that would be hard, huh? Yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out where I am in this whole thing. So we have to make, and this is really, look at this is really wrinkled. We have to make 2 of these, another one of these. So, let me go up higher. Because I have no idea where I'm at. So this row here, I'm trying to see if I even have that row. I have some, see, rows partially done. Oh, look, I have this row done. This row is this, I think. Do I have the whole row done? I do, but I don't have this part on there. Okay, so I need to find those pieces. Oh, here they are. Here's those pieces. They're right here. Well, here's one of the pieces. Oh, maybe I don't need this piece. I probably don't need this piece. That's the center piece. Let me look. Yeah, I don't need another piece. That's the one piece. So this is ready to go. This goes right here. That goes right there. It is upside down because it's a water reflection. This is the water line and this is the reflection of the water line. Now I have another pieces. I have this piece. This is the piece that's up top. Okay, so this needs a little thin piece. Yes. This needs this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece. Let me see. Yep, I'm putting this piece on there. You just assumed you finished it. Well, what happened is that was right when I was about ready to go on retreat with Lynn. That's when we worked on this. And I did my video. I hope I uploaded the video. You know, I thought in my head, I uploaded the Fabric Hut video. You know what? I better check once I get off here, because maybe I didn't. I was thinking that this morning. I was like, oh, I hope I did that, but to tell you the truth, I don't know. All right, so I do need to press this. This is beyond. This is beyond wrinkled. And then I packaged it to bring with me, and then I realized I'm not going to have time to finish it there. And then I came back and I got distracted with finishing other projects. So we'll press this. But this just shows you how you can put a project away. You know, it hasn't been away that long, but. And pick up right where you left off. All right, so this is the top. This is the mountain peak. And I want to put this on the mountain peak. Good morning, Giovanna. All right, so the answer of wet metal is liquid at room temperature is, excuse me, I'm going to say it's mercury. And the answer is mercury. There we go. Okay, what cheese is named after the Italian word? Oh, look at that. And Giovanna's in the house. Here we go. What cheese is named after the Italian word meaning from Parma? Oh, your leg has been swelling. So yesterday when I put on my my sandals, we noticed that my feet were swollen, and I don't know why my feet were swollen. You know what? I didn't even check today what they look like. No clue. Yesterday was an odd day. Parmesan. Do you say parmesan? Well, how would you let me know? I was gonna say, do you say parmesan or parmigiani? Parmesan. Wait, how do some people say parmigiano? Parmigiano, parma, parmesan. I mean, people say it so many different ways. I'm sitting here cracking myself up because I'm not making any sense. And my stomach has been wonky still, so I've not been really able to eat the way I used to. I may never at this point. I got myself a crew cut. Oh, okay. Summer cut. Let me see. I'm looking now. They look a little puffy. I don't know why. All right, so we have this. This is the bottom part of the quilt. Right here. Let's see if I can press this over here. It's kind of hard with this little one. It's better over there. I bet you the Parmesan in Italy is outrageous. Do you remember the I Love Lucy special where she bought cheese and she bought a ginormous wheel of cheese? I was just thinking about that now because the Parmesan wheels are really big, especially the Parmigiano Reggiano. If you go to like a specialty cheese shop, they're big. And I just got thinking how the I Love Lucy special, when she bought that big old cheese and then she had to hide the cheese to not pay something, it was hysterical. The things I think of. Oh, wow. Parmigiano. Ho. Parmigiano, Reggiano. Yum, yum, yum. Yesterday I had some pasta with Parmigiano and a garlic butter. I just stuck garlic butter and Parmesan on noodles just to kind of see if I can keep things at bay with my stomach because it was not liking me so much. All right, so got to figure out these. These two I think are extra. This is extra. So we're going to put those aside. And then I have this part here. And this is extra. See, we're getting somewhere. We're figuring it out. These are extra. These were like in case if you had an oopsie. These bags go here. This is extra. And then I have these pieces. I don't think those pieces are extra. Oh, and this, there's a piece here with a diagonal line. So I need to do something. And let's see where I'm at. Okay. So that first row was, that's done. That's the 3. And then this one is the next row. And I bet you that's these here that I have not done. I bet you that's what these are. because they're all that same size. So we'll put that aside. And then I have this piece here. So this is the 3 mountains. Okay, so this is the next row I'm going to work on because I have all the pieces. So this one gets this piece on the right side, and the other one goes on the left side. When I went to West Africa, I got a desire for mosquitoes that block your lymphatic. Nope, I don't know what that. Did you get a disease or did you get immunity from something? Okay, so I press that and we're gonna put this in. Again, this is a pre-cut quilt, so I just had to puzzle it up. All right, what, now let me see, this has to go on this side, so this goes this way. What U.S. city named the village of Our Lady of Angels when, wait, what U.S. city was named the village of Our Lady of Angels when founded in 1781? I did not know, but now I get it now. Did not know before. You knew what he... Okay, so now we have this one. Press this. And I just want to make sure I'm putting this on my correct mountains. So I put this on the screen one. I can't listen and type at the same time. I have tried to do that, and then I start typing the words I'm listening instead of typing the words I'm looking at, Melanie. That's a true story. If I'm typing, I have to be in a really quiet room because I really do. I start like thinking in my brain I'm getting dictation and start typing. I think the scientists need to find a great way to get rid of mosquitoes. It's a miracle that Leanna can sew and read and talk. Mosquito feed the birds, I've heard. Oh. Well, soon it'll be mosquito time for me. Actually, I need to start looking for tickets to Puerto Rico. You know, with everything going on, that has not been on my brain, and it should be on my brain. All right, so now I have to put, let's see, this goes like that. Oops. This goes like that. And then this one here goes on top like that. Okay. Yeah, I have to do that because we're already in May. I cannot believe it. Unfortunately, mosquitoes is part of the food chain. It does help against the vampires. Yes, I will be. Good morning, Jess. I will be there all summer long. All summer long. And yesterday, what came in the mail, where is my, oh boy. Huh, oh, here they are. What came in the mail yesterday was my solar generator. I'm not going to be, I was thinking, oh, I could bring that with me to Puerto Rico, but I don't think I can because it has a battery. But anyway, so I got my solar generator yesterday and I plugged in my featherweight and she was a purring. I was excited, but I wasn't feeling well yesterday. So I had to plug it in that second. So I didn't do a video. So I will have to do a video of it. I also want to do a video and maybe we could do a live with it. Have it, I should fully charge it today. Well, actually I have to run down the battery first and then fully charge it and see how long I get to sew on a fully charged solar generator. It's really tiny. It's super tiny. It said for camping. And when it came, I expected that sucker to be bigger than it was. It was tiny. I was a little disappointed. I bought it on Amazon. But we're going to see. We're going to see what it is because that's going to get ready for our camping trip. I could not get a campsite near the pavilion this time around. That's why I got the generator and the solar kind. So I'm hoping it'll work. I figure when Honey is fishing, I can, be with him and my sewing machine. I have to figure out, like, I don't know, I have to figure out a whole setup for me to bring with me. Like, I'm going to need a table. I'm going to need a chair. I think I know which one I'm going to bring with me, but I've got to actually figure it out. I have an outdoor blue one that is like a card table. So I'm thinking maybe that's the one I can bring with me. Because it would be lightweight enough and portable enough for me to take to fishing spots and stuff like that. I just got to test out the whole thing. And we're leaving on the 22nd. Again, there are people in my home. Don't think you can come over here with your shenanigans. Because let me tell you, my son's home. Both of them all the time. And they don't deal with nonsense. Not to mention that my chicken nanny's around. And she's a feisty lady. She's my next door neighbor. So yeah, I'm gonna have to actually like test out that whole setup before I go and make sure it's all good. I might have to do that today, maybe. Let's see, I'm missing all that. All this chat. Hello, Chloe, good morning. I missed a whole lot. Tomorrow is my brother's birthday and is also Labor Day for us and the rest of the world. Wow. That's cool. I don't think it is for us Labor Day. Our Labor Day isn't until, right, I want to say September, August, the end of August. Video on live. Don't give you the measurements. For what? Of what I'm doing? It does. But it's all pre-cut. That is the end of May, Memorial Day. September is Labor Day. That's what I thought. All right. So we have this. And now we'll put this. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. Because the trees are supposed to be upside down. Because it is a reflection. I started second guessing myself. Okay, so now we have our last row to work on. Our last row consists of, let's see where we're at with it. So in our last row we have, oh, for the generator, you know, I just didn't read anything yet. It doesn't tell. I did try to see how many hours it would run, and it was talking about wattage and usage and surging and this and that. And it was like, I'm not a scientist. I can't figure this out. I'm just going to probably, right now it's 3/4 of the way charged. So that's how it came to me. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test it out with my thing to figure out how long it'll run. All right, so what I need to do is I did this part, but I have all that part to do. So I have these, and these will probably need to be trimmed down. Here we go. Okay, so let's work on here. Yeah, it depends on what you plug in. That's the deal with that. All right, so I need, and I don't need that. My guess is that goes to that. These, okay, so these two pieces, I'm gonna press all 4 of these because they need to be trimmed down. And this will probably be our, I'm gonna say, unless something happens, I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be our one last camping trip before we go. But I can never say that for sure because Honey, if Honey starts catching fish and it starts becoming a good day, he's going to be down there all the time. He'll be down there when I'm not down there. So I need to trim these all down to, let's see. I think I've got it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I have to trim these down. I have to make sure my line is going across and then over. And I just use a regular old-fashioned ruler. Nothing different than an old-fashioned ruler for this. Do not need any fancy supplies here. That's the other thing is I'm going to have to bring, I don't know what kind of projects I'm going to bring with me because like I tell you, we can't fit everything in. It's really a thing. So I'm going to have to pack strategically, needless to say. But the good news is there is a quilt shop nearby. So if I run out of things to do, I'm sure I could find a project there. Let's see. You will have to clean the fish. No, I will not be cleaning the fish. That's him. He's on that. Okay, so I have, does that go like that? No. Here we go. So these are my next 2 pieces. My next 2 pieces are this. So I'm going to sew this because these are my next 2. And I have apparently pressed everything open. So just putting that out there. Then the next part is, that's what these are. These are for this. No, that's not for this. That's for this. Okay, but I know I have to put these in a specific way. So let me go back. Here we are. So I will take this piece here, and that has to be like that. And then this piece, the diagonal has to go from left to down to right, from corner to corner. So it's going out that way. Because if I don't do this right, I don't get exactly what I need. That looks like that, correct. Okay, just double checking. So these pictures tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. So I'm going to take these two and line them up. And I'm going to sew 1/4 inch on both sides. Put that there. We're so close. So close. We'll open this right here. And now we're going to cut this and press this. I'm going to press it open like I just said before. We press these blocks open. I have a feeling I'm keeping my son up. He had a rougher night than I did with these allergies. All right, so here we go. So now we're going to trim these down, and I need to make another set. That's there. And all right, here we go. I'm going to read some of these questions. Like clean fish and everything else growing up. I did too growing up, but now I just don't. Oh, that was that emergency one. Okay, and we did this one too, so that never made it to the pile. Oh, I never did tell you what the answer is. So the U.S. city that was named the Village of Our Lady of the Angel when founded in 1781 was Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Okay. How to survive an encounter with a porcupine. A porcupine. Ooh, that would hurt. All those quills. Okay. A. Back away slowly. B. Walk away at a normal pace. C. Get behind a tree in case the porcupine throws its quills. Oh, I'm sorry. We're back to Adventures with Leanna. These are Leanna's Farm Adventures. Brought to you by a porcupine. They are bad if they shoot them. Yes. Yes, they are. And this is apparently one of our farm adventures. That's what I should call it. Going on a farm adventure with Leanna when it comes to the survival game. Pastryqueen's Farm Adventure trivia. How to survive. B. D. Freeze. So I'm over here squaring hourglasses, and what I do is I just put my big ruler on here, and I follow the line, the stitch line, the first stitch line, and kind of clear the size I need. And then I come and rotate this. And then I come on the other side with the same diagonal. Now, while I'm doing this diagonal, I do want to make sure that my other diagonal, which is here, is going through where it needs to go through. I'm not doing this completely willy-nilly. See, so I have to actually redo that. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. See, you can redirect yourself to where you need to be. There you are. Now everything is. I find the hourglass is a little bit harder than the half square triangle. You have to take a little bit more into account. All right, so now I have everything done here. So we have this unit is done. That goes up there. And now we need another unit. And the next unit we have looks like this, where this side is here. But then we have another, so it looks like this. So this is another unit we need to sew. I'm going to put my pins here so I know which side I'm sewing on. And the answer to the whole porcupine debacle, good morning, Joyce, is B, walk away at a normal pace. Okay, so that's our next one. Then we have that go like, uh-oh. Let me see if I had this one here. Oh, there it is. Okay. This one comes there. And this one then comes like this. Yes. You really need to play. It's like a puzzle. Okay, so I have now my units I can sew up. So the answer is B, walk away at a normal pace. We're walking away. We're not looking back. No quilts. Lend those scraps would make a great beads. Yes. Okay, how to catch a bird at sea. I think we've done this before, but I'm not sure. Oops, so it may be, poor boy, he's been sneezing, even with all that medication I just gave him. How to catch a bird at sea. A, use a hook and line, float bait on the water, and wait until the bird is caught on the hook. Okay, but what are you going to do with that bird afterwards? Wait a second. Why are we catching this bird in the sea? Don't we just let the birds, why don't we just catch fish? Okay, B, place bait in your boat. When the bird approaches, throw a blanket over it. Or C, place bait in the water. Stun the bird with a paddle when it approaches. Still confused why we're messing with this bird. This seems like a bird brain scheme to me. No pun intended, but there we go. And then this comes here. Leanna, it's funny you had kangaroos on your thumbnails. We had a kangaroo running wild on the interstate here on Montgomery yesterday, and it caused an accident before they caught it. Oh my goodness, really? Well, my honey just makes these thumbnails. He gets a little too carried away. I would screw that quilt up quickly. You wouldn't actually. The pictures are all there. You just gotta, if you're not sitting here trying to do this, that, and that, you will be fine. That is crazy. Now, what am I going to do with the bird, and why do I want to catch it? Hi, Lona. Olana. I felt no problem. How are you doing? It's been a bit. I'm glad that you're up with us. Oh my gosh. I caught a bird flying while throwing my line while fishing, and I had to get someone to help us. Yes, that has happened to us all the time. That has happened. That happens all the time when we go fishing for stripers. It doesn't happen to us, but we see it happen quite often. Honey gets crazy because like last time he's like, oh my God, I almost caught a bird by accident. Yeah, I'm not sure why we're catching this bird and what we're doing with this bird. I'm over it. Good morning, Muriel. I have been to Walmart today and they don't have a sign for the upcharge. I used self-checks and they did not charge me for the member. Well, that's good because when I saw that, I was like, are they really doing that? Oh, so either that's just like they're just trying that. You know how sometimes stores try stuff out in certain parts of the country to see how it goes? So either that happened or that lady was very misinformed. Yeah, very misinformed. Hi, Shaban. I'm seeing that. I just didn't see it up here. I've been cleaning up floodwaters in my mom's house. Oh, no. All right, so if we need to catch a bird at sea, and I really don't know why, the answer is, ready? A, use a hook and line, float the bait on the water, and watch until the bird is caught on the hook. Not sure again why. I'm not supporting that. Not supporting that at all. All right, here we go. Identify the hiker's rhyme about which berries are unsafe to eat. A, berries white, poisonous sight. B, if berries are red, you soon will be dead. Or C, berries blue, that's all for you. Good little rhyming first thing in the morning. I think a confident beginner can do this no problem. I really do. Okay, which rhyme are we going? Ready? I'm going to say them again. Identify the hiker's rhyme about which berries are unsafe to eat. A, berries white, poisonous sight. B, berries, if berries are red, you soon will be dead. Or C, berries blue is all for you. All right, so now we are going to take this and put that on here. Actually, we're not going to put it on here. We're going to put it on here. And then we're going to pin, and I'm going to be able to see. Good morning, Sharon. We have an A, we have a B. Nobody's really quite sure what the rhyming is about. I never heard of these rhymes before in my life. Then again, I'm not a hiker. You can catch me sewing, but you probably won't catch me hiking. I'm not listening. Again, not a problem. So the answer is berries white, poisonous sight. That is the right rhyme. So the white berries apparently are not the berries to eat, which is kind of funny because as a child, I swear they told us not to eat any red berries. Though if you think about it, you can find strawberries and raspberries and mulberries on a hike, I would think. All right. So, okay, how to remove a bee stinger. I ate both, but only if knew what they are. Yes. It's time for the kiddos. I know it's that time again. The morning. Okay, how to remove a bee stinger. A, grab the stinger with tweezers and gently pull in the opposite direction it entered. B, with your index fingers, approximately a ½ inch away from the stinger, and on each side of it, squeeze it out so you remove the sack. C, use a credit card and scrape the stinger out of the skin. So this is a pop quiz question because I do remember, I remember this now from the choices. Look at how everything just lined up perfect right to the end. So what is it? It is use wet tobacco. I don't think I've ever seen a white, I've never seen a whiteberry either. I've never heard of any of those. I'm going to sew this seam and give you a second to answer, and then I will give you the answer. All right, ready for the answer? The answer is C. Use a credit card and scrape the stinger out of the skin. All right, let me put these over here. We're doing good. Look at, we've done all these cards already. How to treat a chemical burn. How to treat a chemical burn. A, soak a cloth in vinegar and lightly pat the area. Rest paper towel on the burn and wrap in cotton. B, take 2 aspirins. Immerse the burn in cool water for 5 minutes. Do not dry. Pat the wound with sterile cotton balls and wrap in gauze. Or C, remove clothing, stand under a cool shower for 10 minutes. Wrap the wound in a sterile, non-fluffy dressing. All right, so here we have B and we have C. And now I'm going to take this right here. And here, do you use bicarbonate solution which will neutralize it? That doesn't say anything about that, but it does say here, I'll tell you what the, hold on, I'm just looking here at what's going on. Perfect. It doesn't say. It says soak cloth in vinegar in one of them. hold on. I just need to check one thing here. I don't want to get all the way to the end. Okay. I was right. Okay. So the answer is C. The answer is C. Remove clothing and stand under a cool shower for 10 minutes. Wrap the wound in sterile, non-fluffy dressing. And I don't think they mean turkey dressing, so just saying. Okay, ready? How to break down a door. There we go. How to break down a door. A, slam your shoulder into it hard. B, get on all four facing away from the door. Okay, this is B. B is long. B, get on all fours facing away from the door. Kick at the base with both feet like a mule. Trying to envision that right now. You can't get me on all fours. You won't be able to get me back up. C, facing the door, kick just above the handle in the area of the lock. Repeat if necessary. That sounds like, all this sounds like too much energy. Could we just get the locksmith or the landlord if we're renters? Why are we breaking down this door? Okay, so I did do, what did I do? I pinned something weird here. I gotta go back. I did something weird. I see what I did. I didn't do what I tell you guys to always do, which is to, I'm falling. Yep, I totally messed this up. I knew something was weird. You know, this happens to me all the time. I'll be quilting something and then something will be off. I'll have a missing piece, something isn't right, and then I second guess myself. And then in the end I realize, oh, I knew that. Why didn't I just do that at the beginning? I did it with all the other layers. Here we are. To take the seams, right? And we double check, and that we take the seams and we it's escaping me right now. I think I'm getting tired now. We're taking the opposing seams right there. There we go. My brain just, I feel like my brain just shut down right now. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this seam in, put the other seam in, and I'm probably going to end the live a little early. My brain is hurting. All of a sudden, it's just not. These allergies are kicking my, you know what. There we go. Now it's right. There we go. I have it right now. Okay. So, I was reading this. Use a passkey or a bump key, what have, for soothing burns. Juice for sunburn, the best is tomato juice. Giovanna, I've tried tomato juice and everything else, and milk is the best way for me. I even burnt my eyes welding one time. Oh my goodness gracious, that must have hurt. Oh. Joyce, aren't you supposed to wear those helmets that my son has? And goggles? Don't make me go over there and give you a lesson on that. You gotta be safe with your eyes. Okay, so the answer is C. Facing the door, kick just above the handle in the area of the lock. Repeat as necessary. Now, let me just tell you about B. I am still trying to figure out this move that they're trying to do. Get on all fours, facing away from the door. Oh, now I get it. You're facing away from the door and you're kicking. Okay. yeah, nobody would be able to get me back up. That's not, yeah, that wasn't the answer, but I was just trying to envision how one would do that. Okay, how to keep your computer secure. A, use the internet only between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. B, install 2 layers of encryption software on your computer, one state of the art and one that is outdated. And then C, get a separate phone line for your computer and place a tap on that line. Well, first of all, nobody puts their, do we put our computers on a phone line anymore? I don't think so. Is that, I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't even think that was a thing in 2006. Oh boy, I'm losing everything. Whoa. Anytime I drop one of these, I like to pick it up because I don't want it going through my sandal. Okay, we got that. Let's see. Good morning, Loretta. You should have safety goggles. Yes, everybody's saying you should have safety goggles. To keep your computer secure, A, install 2 layers of encryption software on your computer, one state of the art and the other one that is outdated. All right. How to survive a jammed accelerator while driving on a mountain road. Yes. Okay. So we have this panel, right? Oh, this panel. I did not press the top here. Well, I'll just press this little thing. We'll press here this little piece just because it's flapping in the wind. I want it to lay flat. So when we're doing these panels, we're doing 2 of them, right? We're making 2 sections. I shouldn't call them panels. I will confuse you. 2 sections of this quilt. They're identical sections of the quilt. Okay, 2 identical. And then we are going to flip one over, rotate it, and put it to the other. Oops, right here. And then we are done with our quilt. Our quilt top will be done. Okay, so how to secure a jammed accelerator while driving on a mountain road. Well. A, immediately open the door and jump out before the car gains any more speed. Ready? Put the vehicle in neutral. Stay off the mountain roads. Yeah, exactly. But we went on there. So A, immediately open the door and jump out before the car gains any more speed. B, continue to drive the car through the curve. Oh, now we're in a curve. In the curve of the road, because the turn will slow the car naturally. Okay. C, pull the parking brake gently to slow the car, and then open the door and jump. Or D, cry and pray that everything will work out. What? And leave the kid in the back seat? Oh, I hope we don't have kids back in the back seat. Hi, Sharon. That would be horrible. It's bad enough we're in the car. I hope there's no kiddo in the car. Then, you know, maybe that's when your mommy thing goes and you're crazily trying to unstick that pedal as you're trying to probably pull the car brake. D, do what I said and you'll be alive. Okay, I'm going to look. I did say it, but I'm going to read it again. You're going to put the car in neutral and stand on the brake. That's what you're going to do. Yes, because you're going to use all your might to stand on that. Now this is what they're saying. Not that it's correct, but that's what they're saying. So they're saying pull the parking brake up gently to slow the car and then open the door and jump. I don't make these things up. This is what they do. Okay. So here we go. Next thing. What is this? What is this? I will give you a clue. It's a torture device. In my eyes. Hello, Eve Marie. How are you? Your answer would be correct. It came out of here. That's why you see me constantly grabbing to pull this up. It dug into me right when I hit the live button. And literally, really quickly, I removed it. Now, who came up with this? Now, I took it out and I got thinking, like, it's a torture thing. Who decided this was going to be good for us? I want to know. It probably was a man. A man probably decided, let's, I don't know. Look at this. This, yeah, is. And this pokes out and it hurts. I haven't worn one of these in a long time. I gave those up during COVID. Yep. Plus, my doctor told me that those are not good for you. So, at least not good for me because of my issues. But I pulled this out and let's just say I need to do some laundry, okay? And I pulled this out to wear this morning, and yes. Needless to say, it's probably all going in the trash after we're done here. I gave those up a while back ago. I can also break when you're washing. Someone who hates women. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I was looking at that as a new way, a new thing. It was definitely like that. But then again, so was a corset, huh? And all that we all had to wear back in those, I mean, that we wore. I think throughout the centuries, someone decided women had to just be tortured, is my guess. I don't know who made these rules up. I just thought it would be kind of a funny show and tell. You know, a funny show and tell. And then I look at that and I think of, you ever see Beaches? The Bette Midler version of Beaches. Oh my God, I cried at that movie. I own that as a VHS. I own that as a DVD. And I still cry with that movie. That and Steel Magnolias. Those two movies, they get me all the time. And corsets were first worn by men. Yeah, and then they said, hey, you know, we don't want to wear these anymore. We'll give those up to ladies. I gotta look. I honestly don't even know what that looks like. I've heard of him. I've never seen them, but yes. Yeah, because probably the person who put them on you is the person who took them off you when they shouldn't have. It's my guess too. We're talking about the belts. So I'm going to put this up. So I just think of the musical, the fictional musical that was in Beaches, Otto something, inventor and crowd. She had nothing to worry about. His inventions were what? His inventions were something and something. And then he's, whatever it was, the brassiere. Oh, I was thinking of that when I pulled that out. I was like, is this an Otto invention here from Beaches? Okay, here it is. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. They really did a beautiful job with this quilt. I really love it. I mean, I'm a mountain girl. I live in the mountains. I really, really love this. So, and then, so I have the two backing pieces, and this is the pre-cut binding. If anyone is interested, I will put a link to my affiliate link, and it's called Wild Reflections. It's called Wild Reflections. And the only material it's saying, you know, they give you all the stuff in the back. It says a 12.5-inch ruler or larger is necessary for trimming blocks. That is it. They also have a QR code here, and it'll get you some information on that. But that's it. It's done. It is done. I am very happy with it. Very happy with it. So I will probably do a video on putting the backing together, because they already even pre-cut the backing for you. All you have to do is sew it together. And I will give you the size. I will say the line they use is called Stash of Figo Fabrics. I'm sure I would say his name wrong, but that's the line. And it measures 60 by 70. 60 by 70. 60 by 70. I really love this. It really did come out nice. I had my pick of which ones I wanted to do on my channel, and this was the one that called to me. Also, you've seen the other ones, you know, from other people who have made them. So yes, so I am going to cut this short. Everyone have a wonderful day. I need to just like sit down for a little bit, have some tea, and rest up a little bit before I go to work. I will see you tomorrow is Thursday. So yes, I'll see you Thursday. I will tell you this weekend, I will not be around this weekend. So there'll be just some pre-recorded videos. Everyone take care and have a wonderful day. If you don't mind, on your way out, giving me the thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. I would so appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.